Well, happy Monday, everyone. It's our first official day of fourth quarter, first official day of teaching you from my house, which I never thought I'd do, but such is life. This week, we are going to look into the conflicts and the wars that brought an end to the Roman Republic and started Rome being ruled by an emperor. We're going to break the wars down the first 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, looking at these wars, these battles, these conflicts, the key events, the key players, and the outcome that this has to Rome, its citizens, and its way of life. To recap, though, or I should say, we should probably recap since it's been now 3 almost weeks since we've actually talked about this. Going back to the beginning, when Rome was founded, we were under a monarchy. We had kings. We had 7 of them. It started with Romulus. It ended with Tarquin the Proud. And he was overthrown by the aristocrats because they really didn't like the royal rule anymore. And so that got away from the one ruler. And then we get into the Roman Republic. That lasted 500 years. Every free male, adult Roman citizen could participate in that. They broke them into the classes: patricians, plebeians. Patricians were ruling at one point. Plebeians strike, get in that race of honors, and then can become, the consul. So where we're starting is the end of that 500 years. Okay, it was a good run. It was the longest run of that type of government in history. And, it starts to collapse. And if I would ask, how do you think it collapsed? I'm sure I would have one person, if not more, raise their hand and say, corruption. Yes. We start to see corruption happen with those people who have more power, are getting bribed. We're finding ways to make more money and not help the common everyday people. So for Monday's task, what you're going to read is you're going to read 2 sections from chapter 12, section 4. And those 2 sections are known as the struggle with Carthage and then also growing pains. You'll see that I have given each of you, and this is each of you, if it works right, you all have your own Google Doc to work in. And this is what you're going to fill out. We're basically looking at the who's, the what's, the where's, the why's, the how's. That's what we're focusing on so we can understand, analyze these conflicts through history, and then how, again, it leads to this overall change, the 3rd different type of government in this Roman Empire. So if you're looking with me in the struggle with Carthage, you see that it says who, lists the names of the key players in this conflict and how they were important, or what is something important that they did. There are 2 stars there because there are 2 people I'm looking for, okay? Name and their importance, okay? What were these conflicts or wars known as? That should be not too hard. It's going to be right there in the beginning. But the name of those are important. Where did these conflicts, wars take place? Again, 2 stars because there are 2 places that it's going to take place. When did these conflicts / wars take place? That's you're looking for a date. You can give me 1 date, a few dates, a span of dates. That will be in your reading as well. Why did these conflicts take place? Okay, so you need to kind of get into, once you do the who, the what's, the where's, why was this going on? Okay, why were these conflicts, this first start of Rome growing, why did it take place? And maybe I just gave it to you there, but read for yourself. And then what was the outcome? Who won these wars? And what did they gain from their success? So again, 2 things I'm looking for. So those stars that you see that I put there is the number of answers I want. Now, some of you go above and beyond, and that's fine as well. But that's kind of what, as I went through the points we would have been talking about. With growing pains, okay, you're going to see, again, the who. Growing pains section itself is split into subsections because there's a lot of little conflicts. You'll notice I don't put war in this. There's a lot of different conflicts that are happening that lead to what we'll talk about tomorrow, okay? So under the who, I've already given you 2 key players. That is the magistrates, the poor people / tenant farmers, okay? And then there are 2 other names that I want you to write down and why they are important, okay? But include why the magistrates are important, include why the poor people and the tenant farmers have an important role in this conflict. Again, where did this conflict take place? When did this conflict take place? Why? This is the big one again. Do you understand why they are in conflict? And then again, the what, the outcome is of those conflicts that you read in that section. So that's what you're going to do today for Monday. Reading those 2 sections, really analyzing these conflicts. Who were the important people? What was the outcome? Again, I'll tell you it's going to benefit Rome in some way because we're not at the end of Rome. What we are at the end of is this kind of friendly connection between the patricians and the plebeians. It's not working anymore. As you read again, you're going to be seeing that greed and corruption start to play a part in the end of that republic. So that is what you're going to do today. A lot of you were interested in learning about wars of ancient Rome, and these are some of the ones that affect them with neighbors and affect them within their own territories and within their own peoples. So that's what we're doing today, Monday. Tomorrow, I will give you the answers to these, explain again the importance of these events before we look at the last conflict, which, if you read ahead, you'll read ahead. But the last conflict, which is what is going to bring an end to the republic. So these are the buildup, okay? The causes, the effects. The causes, the effects, to the last effect being the end of the republic and the beginning of now being ruled by emperors. So you will see me again tomorrow. I'm going to do the video right after this for tomorrow. So I'll be in the same outfit. Bye.